It's a sleepy bee. Resting. They're here every morning pollinating. You see his little butt wiggling. So he's still alive, but sleeping. Now it's time to read. Hey y'all, welcome to the family that reads a lot. We've been here, we've been reading a lot. Thankfully, this is the very last week of camps for my kids. Don't get me wrong, I love summer camps. They have a ball at them. But man, the schedule is all over the place. They all start at different times, different things going on, different even towns because we live rurally. So this is the last week of chaos. So if I look a little tired, you know why. I have a library haul today that is actually all just for me. So we went out of town recently, and right before we left, I put in a library order for myself. I have realized I am much better at getting books that I will read, that I enjoy, that are in the right genre, words are hard, and all of those things, if I just order them for pickup. Because I get to the library, the kids are wanting to look at their stuff, I'm wandering around kind of looking at my stuff, but then they're coming to me, hey, this is this book and this is that book. And the way that our libraries are set up, my section is very removed from their section. So it's a big library, so I don't just say, hey, y'all go take off to the kids section. My daughter's still young enough, particularly, that I stay with her while we're at the library. So it's going through all of their books and then still having the energy to care about mine. And usually by the time we get to mine, I'm like, I don't even know what I wanted or anything else, and we just leave. So if I order them ahead of time, I know that I'm actually gonna get the books that I was looking for. It's kind of like going into the grocery store without a list. A lot of the time, I don't have a list with me, so I don't remember what I want. But I got some good books this time. So some of these are middle grades. Some of them are adult fiction. One of them is actually YA fiction that I didn't know was a YA, but we'll get into that later. So start with the first one. This is Dead City by James Ponti. So basically this is a zombie book. This is a middle grades book. It is the story of a girl who who becomes a zombie hunter. Don't know a ton of this book. I know it's fairly well recommended. I am looking forward to it. It sounds fun, like an interesting, fun kind of read. So I grabbed this somewhat to pre-read for my kids because I will probably end up recommending that to them if it's a good book, because my son likes, what is the book with the zombie kids? Last Kids on Earth. He likes that book. I thought this might be kind of the same thing, but a little bit more middle grades version than an elementary version. And also, I just got this for myself because I sometimes think zombie stuff is fun. So we'll see. The next one is the second Amari book. So this is Amari and the Great Game by B.B. Alston. I really, really love the first Amari book. I'm hoping that this one holds up. You never know with series. The first book for me, I think, is always my favorite because I love world building books. I love books that establish characters and things like that. A lot of times once you have that, I'm less interested as the series goes on, but we'll see. I was looking forward to this one. There's a new one coming out, the third one. I don't remember the name of it, but it's coming out at the end of August. So I wanted to get this, wanted to get it read before the third one comes out to decide. I probably won't be able to get that one from the library for a very long time. So if I enjoy this one, we'll probably just order the third one. This is the adult fiction that I got. So it is called Vanishing Edge by Kells. It's a hiking novel set in Sequoia National Park. 32-year-old Felicity Harland, a former FBI agent, is the main person in this, let's see, I'm gonna assume that there's a murder in this because that's generally how these books work. So this was on, I think that I had put in like outdoor type of things. Like I had talked about one a while back that I got called The Trail. I think I came across this one at the same time. It's sort of an outdoor adventure type story, but big kid book, you know, an actual adult fiction instead of a middle grades. So we'll see. I've been into hiking and doing all of that a lot lately, so it's kind of in my realm of interests. It's like almost noon and I'm drinking my second cup of coffee because getting up and going to volleyball very early with my daughter, I only got 1 cup of coffee, and today is a 2 cup of coffee day because we also have camps this evening. So I'm gonna enjoy my cup of coffee, even if it is noon. So next one, another adult fiction. This is Cape Refuge by Terri Blackstock. So this is a Christian fiction. I read a series of her books last year. I think of it as the Light series. I know that's not what it's called, but it's like First Light, Last Light. That's kind of the names of the books. I really enjoyed it. These are definitely heavy on the Christian side. So they are not books that I would say a, you know, non-believer, non-Christian pick up and think that they can read past that part, because they're not. They're very much Christian books. This one is the story of 2 sisters whose parents are murdered, and I guess they're trying to solve the murder or work to solve the murder or something. This is kind of my last, not shot, but my last attempt at a summer type book. But I think reading it, it's really not going to be like summer beachy. I never did find my summer read. I don't care. I consider this the last week of our summer. Next week we are starting homeschool. I'm giving up on having a fun summer read. I am full force ready for holidays. I'm ready to decorate. I'm ready to refresh my house. I'm ready for fall decor. Now, disclaimer, we live in Texas. It's not fall. This is the end of July. It won't be fall for a really long time, and I really don't care. I am ready for fall. We decorate for fall in September, but it's still hot. And normally it does not get cool here until mid-November, late December, just depends on the year. It can be Christmas and not cold. But I'm ready. So I'm kind of switching gears. We're starting school. I'm going into books that are gonna be fall, wintry vibes. So you're gonna see some of that coming, because firstly, I want to pre-read some good fall, winter reads for my kids. And if I don't do that now, there's not gonna be time to pre-read them for them to read them in the correct season. So I'm switching gears. I'm going for it. It's fall. We're calling it, y'all. August is fall this year. So anyway, this one is still a beach-ish book, but it is what it is. I'm not reading it as a beach summer book. The last one, this is a book that I have wanted to purchase for quite a few months now. This is The Chaos Grid by Lyndsey Lewellen. I watched a synopsis of this on Chantel Reads All Day. I'll link it down at the bottom if I can find that video. But it gave a good synopsis of this book and made me really interested. So this is a dystopian novel of Texas. Something has happened. I don't know. I haven't read the book, obviously. But something has happened. The world is kind of a wasteland, and you have like these dome cities. And this girl, I don't remember why, but she ends up in between the dome things and has to kind of survive that dystopian world. It's a little bit more sci-fi than I normally go, but Chantel made it sound so interesting that I really wanted to read it. So I went ahead and ordered this. It was like 19 bucks on Amazon. That was the hard part. Unless I know that I really love a book, I generally don't pay that much for a book. Just because I read a lot of books. Like if I paid 20 bucks for every book that I own, it would just be astronomical. So, but I splurged on myself and I bought this book, and I'm really, really, really hoping that it holds up and is a good book for me. So I'm excited. I feel like part of this year I've struggled to find the right read, but I feel like I've got a lot of good things in front of me. I've been reading some good books that I've gotten into, that I've enjoyed. So especially going back to a regular schedule, going back to normal bedtimes for the kids. I do a lot of my reading in the evening. I'm excited. I'm excited to have good books to read and to potentially have time to read them. So we're calling it. It's fall. Get ready to snuggle up and be cozy and read a book because that's just where I'm at. I'm done with summer. So at any rate, I am going to sit here and enjoy my coffee and get through my day. I hope that y'all have found your good books just like I have. If any of these look interesting, if you like what I'm doing here, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Gonna be coming at you with a lot more books, I think, as fall comes on, and a lot more for me. For whatever reason, this feels like my reading time. This is where a lot of books that I really enjoy are coming into play. So thanks for Steph. Words are hard still. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all go read a lot.